Hey, Bruins fans. Oh my goodness, I missed all of you. Where have you been? I don't see any of you guys making videos. I haven't seen a video from any of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Woohoo! Yeah, it's gonna be like the longest Bruins video I've ever made, so hold on to your seatbelts. Um, yeah, I'm officially in college, hence why I haven't been here in months, getting all that junk in, and it's been a loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop of fun. For those of you wondering, coincidentally, the Bruins are playing the Flyers. I will be attending Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, come the end of this coming August 2010. I will be in enemy territory, not only for the Bruins, but for my other teams as well, football and baseball. Um, and I just want to apologize for not being here. I'm really sorry. If you don't believe me and you think that I'm a front runner and I'm just showing up when times are going good for the Bees, the black and gold, go to my Twitter, go to my Facebook. I'll give you the links and all that stuff if you want. And you will see my support there in various ways. I just have not had the time to get on YouTube, but to prove to you that I was watching it, we're going to prove it right now. Okay. Let's go. Things started off. The schedule was released. Bruins, or we should get to the Flyers first, right? The Flyers sneaking out, beating the Rangers in a shootout at Wachovia Center, which was incredible to see. And the Flyers made it to the Stanley Cup playoffs 2010 over the New York Rangers. I was very pleased with that. I hate the Rangers. I hate the Flyers too. I just hate the Rangers more. Bruins made the playoffs. They beat the Washington Capitals like twice down the stretch. And they were pretty good wins. I mean, I've been saying, when everyone's saying Washington Capitals number one, they are the team to beat. No one's beaten the Washington Capitals in the playoffs. And I mean nobody. The Bruins played them very good. Out of all NHL teams that played the Capitals this year, the Bruins played them very solid. I was very impressed with our play against Washington Capitals throughout the year. But anyways, Boston Bruins get the Buffalo Sabres, the 6 against the 3. Flyers getting the 7th seed, and Montreal Canadiens getting the 8th. Bruins beat the Buffalo Sabres pretty convincingly in 6 games. The Sabres got game 1, and the Bruins in game 1 were clearly outplayed. And from someone who honestly wasn't expecting much from this team, game 2, the floodgates opened. It's like Claude Julien talked to this team at the HSBC Arena in Buffalo before the game and said, you know what? We either play, turn some heads, or we go home, watch from the couch. And ever since the start of game 2, this Bruins team, for the most part, has been unstoppable, no matter who they had or not. Keep in mind, the Buffalo series, the Bruins did not have number 91 Marc Savard. We had our lead goal scorer Marco Sturm, and then we lost him. But anyways, Bruins do come away beating the Buffalo Sabres, and who arguably is one of the best, and arguably the best American goaltender. You know him better as Ryan Miller. Played a great goaltending job. We knew going in to the Buffalo series that we would just need to be better, and that's going to be tough. But that's exactly what we were. Not we. Someone I like to call Tuukka Rask. Tuukka. All right. Tuukka Rask just played up to his full potential. That times a billion. Tuukka Rask has played as good as anyone could have believed times a billion. You can't even say enough good words about this guy. It's literally like God pulled some clouds apart and dropped a gift down the middle of them on the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. That's exactly what happened. I mean, we all know our good buddy Timmy the Tank was last year's Vezina Trophy winner. And how good does your new goalie, have to be when you can bench the Vezina Trophy winner for the majority of the season and what's going to look like the entire playoffs? Knock on wood. But yeah, Ryan Miller, great goaltender. Tuukka Rask simply stood on his head. Incredible. A few more guys I'd like to highlight. Satan himself, Miroslav Shatan, has been unbelievable. We picked him up halfway through the season. Who knew? Who knew that come playoffs 2010 that Mir Shatan would be the dark horse? The spawns of Satan. Oh, that's a nice Facebook group. Join that. He's just been. You can't. Tuukka Rask, you know, your goalie had to come up big for it. And Tuukka Rask has come up huge. But if you said one player was going to be the dark horse of this team so far through the playoffs, you told me Miroslav Shatan would be one of our dark horses, if not the dark horse, I would not have believed you. And look at him. He is on fire. He is on fire. All right, so Bruins beat Buffalo. Moving on, we take on the Flyers. And who's coming back? Number 91, my jersey, my buddy Mark Savard. He's back. And how does he come back? Wins Game 1 in Boston, the TD Garden, in an overtime goal. And when Savard took the shot, the camera zoomed in on his face. He was not expecting that to go in. You could tell by his facial expressions. And us, we're kind of like biting our nails. We're not expecting anything to go on in that shot. Sure enough, wait 2 seconds, that goal's in. Savard can't even believe it, and he's jumping around like a kid getting a pack of Pokemon cards on his 8th birthday. You couldn't have put that any better. You couldn't have put that any better. Mark Savard getting the overtime goal. It was just so great to see, and then that unleashed a fury of goals scored and excellent goaltending from the Bruins, as at this point they have a commanding 3-0 lead over the Flyers. The Bruins have had the Flyers number games 1 through 3, and I don't mean to jinx it, not going to win again, but I don't see a way that if the Bruins play the way they've had these first 3 games of this series, and the way they played against Boston, and the way Tuukka Rask has stood on his head game after game, I don't see one way how not only the Flyers can avoid a sweep, but how the Flyers can win the series. The Bruins are just... I'm going to tell you guys this. I can't remember the last time that the Bruins could go down a goal and it wouldn't faze me. Like, the Bruins go down 1-0 now in the playoffs. I go to the refrigerator, I get a nice soda, I sit back, I'm relaxed. I don't care if the Bruins are down 1-0 because I know it's early and I know this team is going to rebound. How crazy is that for a Bruins fan to be saying? That's to the point it's gotten. I feel confident. I still feel confident when this team's losing. And I've never, as Bruins fans, we've never had that liberty. It's been a very long time, let's say that. And now the Bruins are 1 win away from making the Eastern Conference Finals in the first time in the team's history since 1992. The first time since 1992. And the way this team's playing, the Flyers are a dead team right now. And unless the Bruins really screw up or Tuukka has an off night, knock on wood for the 3rd time in this video, the Bruins, I think, could sweep the Philadelphia Flyers. If not sweep, we're headed back to Boston. And then we wait for, I believe it's 2-1 Pittsburgh right now, the winner of Pittsburgh and Montreal. And either way, assuming, knock on wood for a 4th time, assuming that we could get out of this round, and we play the Penguins, Montreal Canadiens, it's setting up for an epic series no matter what. Pittsburgh, we have our buddy Mark Savard back. And you know who we want to see one more time. Because last time they came here, we got Matt Cook, but we did not get the Pittsburgh Penguins as a team. We want to get Matt Cook and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We want to be able to get that revenge that I don't think was taken in that last game at the Garden. Matt Cook and the Pittsburgh Penguins could be our next opponent if we beat the Flyers. The Montreal Canadiens. Can you imagine the 6th seed and the 8th going up against each other? Not just that, but Bruins Canadiens, and the winner could go to the stint. I'm going to keep it at that. I'm not going to say it. The Bruins need to finish it out, though. We can't be talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins and Montreal Canadiens. We need to finish this up in Philadelphia tomorrow. And I would not like to go on, but if we do, we'll go back to Boston. But let's get it done, Bees. I want to say thank you to Andy Savage and Tuukka Time for making awesome videos. I've been keeping up with them since I haven't had time to make my own. You guys have been doing an excellent job. Join the Beehive group on Facebook. If you want my name on Facebook, just message me. Twitter's on there. You better follow it. And I hope to see you guys supporting the Bees. Let's go.